Okay, Delaney, welcome to day 2 of the bait swim camp. We're going to look at your backstroke today. First on the surface. Good. So we're going to play that again. And first thing is that I would like your dolphins to be a little deeper. I think that there's a lot more speed underwater, so leave the wall and get a little deeper. You won't disturb all this water and keep a little more speed. Okay. And when you get to the surface, we would love for your very first breakout stroke to be just like the rest. So nice and balanced line, a little less on the sitting up, right? You're going to notice that you settle back in to a nice stroke with your head back and things. So right at the breakout, all your energy into swimming and less into the surface or the breaking out, the coming up part. Okay, so underwater, same length. Good. So the first thing we look at again is kind of the dolphin. And with a few people, too, I want you to push off a little bit, or I want you to be on the wall a little bit deeper, right? You have this tendency to be up here near the surface, near the gutter. I'd like you to start out a little deeper so that as you kick, right, you're not angling downward and trying to keep yourself underwater. Your lungs want to float, so you don't want to fight that. You want to use that energy to come up to the surface. So you commit to it by going deep when you leave the wall and then floating your way, balancing your way up to the surface to keep your speed. And you can see a little bit here as you sit up just at the breakout. Not bad. Okay, so one of the better body positions I've seen today for sure. Lungs here, hips here. I'd like to see a little bit more of a canoe posture where you tuck in your hips just a little bit, reduce this arch just a little bit. I think it leads to slightly more or a quicker rotation, right? And then I like the general idea of your pull pattern is really pretty good in the beginning, right? Right here, you're holding underwater. I really like seeing the fingertips to the side, right? So here's a picture that looks similar, right? So that fingertips out to the side, just like yours. Although his are much later, he still has fingertips to the side, right? Arm is drawn down by his hip. His elbow is by his hip almost, right? So when you start to go a little further into your pull, now all of a sudden you turn a little bit into an arm wrestle here and a finish way down by your hip. I really like that sweep out, thumb lead, right? And you have nice rotation onto the other side. I just think you can maintain your anchor, right? A nice sort of perpendicular anchor, fingertips to the side, a little bit longer instead of turning over into that arm wrestle. So you get a little more propulsion out of it. And then the only other thing would be, you can see your kick can get a little bit large at times, right? So there's a little bit of a depth here. I'd love to see that kick be nice and small, right up, hiding kind of behind your body line as much as possible. And really focus on hip rotation and how the legs can be engaged in the hips to snap them from side to side, because the hips really help the hands exit and the stroke maintain its tempo. So a few things for you to work on. Great job, and you will get faster in making those changes.